Tell me a little bit about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Just, you know, just,
Um, I graduated Chico State with a journalism public relations degree. I got a minor in photographic studies. Been living in Chico. It's my 6th year living in Chico. So I was excited to hear from you so I could learn more about how to eat right, because I feel like that's been a really slow journey of mine. I grew up eating fast food, so I grew up with a really poor diet. But I exercise a lot, so I feel like, and I have a fast metabolism, so I feel like that's been something that's been to my benefit. However, I know eating diet is always kind of affected the way I live, so I don't know.
alright, cool. So you graduated and living in Chico. You like living in Chico?
I do. I grew up in the Bay Area, so it's pretty different than the Bay. Not as diverse and definitely kind of a different climate. And not as crowded. So that was kind of an adjustment for a few years. But I do like it up here. But I think I couldn't see myself living here. Like I'd want to keep going other places, experience other cultures and stuff. So
Yeah.
I like to travel.
Oh, cool.
So.
Nice.
But yeah.
How are you feeling today?
Tired.
Yeah, because you don't have finals. So you don't have to worry about that.
No, I don't. I mean, I live with everyone else I live with is in school, so I feel like I still feel their stress a lot.
Yeah.
I pick up a lot of people's energy, so with their stress, then it kind of bumps off on me.
Yeah.
I try to get out of the house more so I can still work on my own stuff. And I've been looking for another job since I don't work at T-Bar anymore.
Yeah.
So, simply it's more chill.
Yeah.
So with students makes it still hectic.
Yeah.
Some on their schedules too.
So you mentioned a little bit, about, that you were excited to come and talk to me, so I'm glad that you're happy to be here. Could you maybe tell me a little bit more about, why you wanted to come and do a little nutrition counseling?
Yeah, I guess like what I was saying, so I know that my diet's never been that good, and I've always been curious of knowing what could help me and what could be better for me to eat as a young adult. So I feel like it's good to make the habits now, so when I get older, and if I do have a family someday, it'd be good to have a better diet to help raise a family with. Versus, my childhood. I mean, my parents weren't really much of cooks. I feel like we were always eating out, so which isn't a problem. It's just. But I swam though. I'm a swimmer, so I swam a lot. So that's probably what kept me in somewhat of good shape. But at the same time, in high school, I had really high cholesterol, so I know that was kind of an issue. And it's been a lot better now because I don't eat fast food like that. I used to eat fast food twice a day, so I don't eat like that anymore. Maybe once a week. But that's why I'm excited. It's like, she's doing nutrition. I feel like I've been meaning to get nutritional counseling, but I'm like, I don't know how to go for that. So, and I had a roommate 2 years ago who was a nutrition dietetics major, so she was always kind of helping me with that. But it's good to kind of get back into that. So, because she was eating really well, but she had type 1 diabetes. She didn't really have a choice.
A strict diet.
It was really strict though, so I was like, I would follow some of it, but. Yeah. Also, because my family has a history of type 2 diabetes on my mom's side, so that's also why I was like, it would be good to get some type of counseling. Just when I heard about you, I was like, I'm down for that because I could use that in my life. So.
All right, well, good. I mean, it sounds like you're excited to be here, so I'm happy to hear that.
Okay.
And it sounds like your health is really important to you, and you want it to be, you want to be a healthy person throughout your life. And, starting now, is a really good thing to do. So, specifically, is it okay if we kind of, I just kind of want to get an overview of just kind of what your eating is like right now. Is it okay if we kind of talk about that a little bit? Okay. So could you maybe just take me through a typical day of eating? I mean, just on average, what would be the first thing you eat?
On average, I usually try and drink water in the morning, and then haven't really been that big on breakfast. So usually my biggest meal of the day is lunchtime. I'll usually have a big lunch. And then it'll usually be like a smaller dinner and a smaller breakfast. So, and then breakfast if we're lucky, like you'll just have like a piece of some oatmeal or some toast or something, and then I'll have like an actual lunch, whether that be like a quick meal out or just some type of like pasta or like something bigger. And then for dinner, I think about it, my eating habits are really bad. Because I feel like sometimes I skip dinner because I just forget because I'm really busy.
Yeah.
I'm really busy in the evenings with a lot of stuff, so I feel like I always kind of forget to eat dinner, and I end up eating really late, like before bed.
Okay.
So it's always sporadic because our house does like a sharing groceries, so we all have groceries together. So when we're out, we're like out of
Yeah.
everything. So that's where we've been out the past week. So kind of like trying to run around, find food, and
Yeah.
it's been kind of hard. So I feel like my diet literally is not the same or anything. And I try to have like some type of consistency, but I feel like for the most part it's pretty sporadic.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's pretty normal. I think a lot of people our age, do that. But so you usually have a smaller meal, if anything, in the morning, and then lunch is kind of your main meal of the
Lunch
day.
is the main meal. Yeah, usually like a later, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 12 maybe sometimes. It'll usually kind of be around there. And it'll be bigger, like a full meal. And then dinner will be lucky too if I eat.
Yeah.
Like I'll have snacks and stuff, but dinner is not really as important to me either. I'll eat it sometimes. Like I'll have dinner sometimes, but usually like I'm just always out of the house, always doing something, so I don't really have time to eat. Which sounds bad, but
All right. And you said you snack a little bit.
we'll just kind of like it's usually fruit, some like hard fruit. Like I usually have like apples or some like kind of like trail mix sometimes, or yeah, it's usually kind of like some type of fruit or something. I usually have for snacks or.
And then you said for lunch it's usually a bigger meal, and you said sometimes it's like pasta or.
It's usually more carby, so it's like pastas or the only fast food I ever eat is In-N-Out. So sometimes I'll go get that, or I'll go like downtown and we'll do like Thai food or like pizza. So kind of it's more of this like it's like an actual like
Okay. All right. And it sounds like you're busy, so it's not always consistent, and it's difficult to make meals consistent all the time. But I mean, what is there something specifically within your diet right now that maybe concerns you a little bit?
I think just like the not eating consistently. So I feel like my body is kind of like the vitamins and stuff is kind of all over the place because I'm not eating the same amount of food every day, plus different foods a day, and some can be like lacking in this vitamin or this vitamin. So I'm very aware of that. So I don't really eat fish either, so I get a lot of good stuff from fish. I don't really eat fish.
Okay.
So it's kind of something I've been thinking about. And I'm not a huge meat eater, but I do eat meat sometimes, especially if I'm doing like a cheeseburger or something. But for the most time, I don't eat meat as much as I would like. I think just the main concern is just like having a not consistent schedule.
All right. So the inconsistency is kind of an issue, and then it sounds like you also, you want to get all the nutrients and the vitamins that you need, which is really great. To be concerned about that, I guess. So that's good. What you said these are some concerns for you. How do you think, if you were to be able to make more consistent meals, how do you think that would make your life better?
I feel like I might have more energy throughout the day. That's what would be the main thing. Knowing that eating more consistent is kind of fuels your body, fuels your brain. So like that would be a concern. That I would like to have more energy throughout the day.
Yeah, energy. It's a good thing to have. It's enough energy. What are things that you've noticed about what you're doing right now that isn't working?
Probably just not. I don't have a consistent schedule throughout the day because I'm not in school anymore. So you don't have this like, oh, I'll be in this place from here to here, and this place from here to here. Usually I have like meetings and they're kind of like something one day, and then the next day kind of something different. So I just don't have a consistency in general. So I feel like fitting food schedule into that is hard. So I feel like that's something that is I think just when you're in transition after being in school for like I don't know how many years,
Yeah.
forever, then you're kind of like, okay, now I have to figure out like different schedule probably. So that's kind of where I'm at too.
Yeah. What is your schedule kind of like? I mean, I'm sure it's not the same every day, but
Yeah, definitely not the same every day. I do have a few meetings with people throughout the week, either one-on-ones or I have like staff meetings or which are kind of consistent. But then usually after that, I kind of have the rest of the day to kind of do what I want, so I can get errands done, or I can help keep the house like kind of clean, or I can like do like I usually have a lot of like online stuff to do. Like we do our own fundraising, so I do that, or like emails, but it's kind of like different. It's just
yeah.
the need for the week is always really different. So you just have to,
You have a lot of different things going on, so you're busy.
yeah, busy, but then I still feel like there's time, but it's always you don't know like what time of the day you'll have free usually.
Okay.
Which is what's hard.
Okay. Well, just from what you've told me, it kind of sounds like, um, the most important thing for you right now would be to just make meals and maybe what you eat a little bit more consistent. Does that sound about right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you'd be okay about talking about further?
Yeah.
Okay. So, with this concern, I just want to ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, um, you know, 1 being, you don't think it's that important, 10 being you think it's very important, how important would be making a change to more consistent meals be for you?
Probably like an 8. I'm pretty high up there. That would be ideal to do. Eating more. Because I know when I don't live in Chico, when I go home to where my family is, the meals are more consistent. Because I feel like there's just less going on. So I feel like I can have a more consistent times to eat. Like know when to eat. And, like with the family, we can all eat together. It's kind of this more of like communal thing too. So wanting kind of having that same style up here. So it's pretty important.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Sounds like having kind of a social aspect to eating is important to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like it's social.
Yeah. And do you usually eat, with your roommates or
I try
with
to,
friends
or
or
yeah,
something?
I think I do notice that. I usually eat, when I'm eating with somebody else. Usually, it's like I really value that for some reason.
I know. Well, I think it was Suzanne. I saw that you guys had like a friends party or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
so
I was
yeah,
like, oh,
there's
that's
always
cool.
these like little. We always do things together. And, like, not always, but it's always nice to kind of eat with like one or two or all the roommates. Or
Yeah, it's more.
I enjoy it.
Well, that's good. Well, it sounds like this is something that you kind of like to make a change about. Would you be interested in maybe, setting up some sort of experiment to try to incorporate more consistent meals into your day?
Sure.
Okay. Well, do you have any ideas about maybe what would help you to have more consistent meals?
Having food available would be the first thing. So having good amount of a balance of food available, so I can like have just access to it in the first place would be helpful. So like I said, like this past week we haven't really gone grocery shopping, so there hasn't been a lot of food around, which also kind of like doesn't help the consistency. But then, so I think the first thing would be knowing what foods to get and like having that be more consistent, and then after that, having like knowing like okay, like this food's available, so now I can make it or take it with me.
Okay. So kind of grocery shopping and then maybe just planning about what kind of things you can make would be helpful. What else do you think? Maybe that right now is getting in the way of having consistency.
I think just maybe just not having a schedule throughout the day either. So probably try to come up with a schedule so that I can have time to eat.
Yeah. Maybe trying to incorporate a more consistent schedule would be good for you. Okay. Anything else? Any other ideas about maybe making it more consistent? Okay. Well, you said grocery shopping is obviously important because you need to have the food to do that. So that's a really good idea. Would you like to hear an idea or two about
Yeah.
what
Oh,
else?
yeah.
Okay. Well, one thing is just maybe doing some meal planning. Just maybe taking at the beginning of the week, writing down things that you can get at the grocery store, but just specific meals that you can eat, throughout the week will make it easier to say, okay, on this day I'm going to make this, and then it's done. Another idea, said that having kind of a social aspect makes it a little more enjoyable is maybe just, making some plans with friends or something to do dinner together. That would work for you. Do you have, do any of either of those sound like things that might be helpful?
That would be helpful. I think I've heard that suggestion before. I think it's just sitting, like for the meal plans, just trying to sit down and actually do that would be good. Or like I think my next obstacle with that is just knowing what food to make in general. That would be good to keep throughout the week, like food that's consistent with that I can eat multiple times throughout the day and it would be fulfilling enough.
Yeah. So planning the meals and then also having ideas of specific meals to make. Okay.
That would be helpful.
What kinds of meals do you make currently?
They're usually more pastas or rices that incorporate kind of like a leaner meat, so maybe you got like chicken in there or like kind of like something like that, and then you make it in bulks and you can have it for a few days or so.
Yeah, that's always good.
So I like doing some. Sometimes we do different types of like Mexican food. Like I'll try to figure out like how I don't really know how to make that as much, but knowing that like it was good to make. We usually make like a full batch of like beans and rice, and you'd like have that throughout the week, which was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have a lot of options with that usually.
Okay. Do you have any like sources where you get meal ideas from? No. It's mostly just you and your roommates.
That's just what I know how to make and what we know how to make, and just kind of what happens. Versus like I don't really explore too much, which I would like to. I think I'm just weary of my cooking skills, I guess. With it. So.
Do you have any ideas about maybe how you could, find more recipes or find some more meal ideas?
Maybe either online or in having some types of books or something. But
yeah.
Other than that, I don't really know.
Well, I can share with you some ideas if you'd like. Okay. Well, one of them is, I don't know if you have like Pinterest or do you have a Pinterest?
I do. I don't go on often, but I do have
okay. I don't know. That's where I get a lot of my ideas. And you can even type in like easy like meals, something that isn't too involved, and they'll come up with a lot of different ideas. And then another one would be, I guess just utilizing all social media like Instagram or Facebook, and just kind of maybe following certain like food profiles. Do you have any of those social medias? Oh no, okay.
No, I do. I just don't know. I haven't never looked to the food on there, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at least for me, like on Instagram, I have follow a few different food accounts, and they'll show you, and they'll like usually show you a picture of the meal, and then they'll leave a link to like the website or something of how to make that. So that's an idea. And then another one would be also just kind of utilizing your friends and your roommates and trying to get recipes from them. That always helps. And cookbooks are another idea, but I feel like cookbooks are a little outdated. People don't really look in cookbooks anymore. But do any of those ideas sound like something that might work for you?
I feel like maybe looking on some like social media, Instagram might be helpful. I really think like that.
Okay, yeah, and I mean, after maybe I can like give you some of the profile names that I follow or something. All right. Well, when you said your schedule is kind of all over the place, are there certain days of the week that are better for you to cook meals?
Yeah, it's always hard to know because I really don't know like what day's best, but probably usually midweek, like Monday through Wednesdays. I feel like are better. Thursdays and Fridays tend to be a little busier. So yeah, I can think Monday. Always the beginning. Maybe Sundays or Mondays. Usually have more time.
Um, I mean, just starting out, how many days a week do you think that planning to make a meal would be, doable for you?
How many days a week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe most days. I mean,
Most days,
yeah.
yeah.
I can make one if I need to.
Yeah, okay. Like we said before, maybe just like the planning might be something that helps you with it. Okay. All right. Well, uh, sorry. Okay. So far we've talked about that you really like to start making more meals, and making healthy meals because you feel like health is something that's important and something that's going to be really beneficial in the long term to start eating healthy now. And as far as making more meals, you'd like to maybe plan it out a little bit more, having them be more consistent, as sporadic as they are now. So maybe we can, set up a little experiment just for you to try out and see if that will work for you. So maybe we can talk about how you will plan your meals throughout the week. Is there a certain day where you think that maybe you could sit down and plan out what things you want to make?
Probably Sundays or Mondays.
Sundays or Mondays, or there would be time for you
Yeah,
to figure
there
that out.
I mean, it's the beginning of the week, so it'll probably be more. It makes sense to do it that day.
Yeah. All right. And so about grocery shopping, you said you do it with your roommates usually. And when do you usually go grocery shopping?
We usually don't. We usually try to go twice a month, so usually the beginning, first week or so, and then about like maybe like the third week of the month. To pick a day to go. So yeah, twice a month.
Okay. Um, so as far as planning meals, how do you think that would fit in with your grocery shopping?
I think it could fit. I think I could plan meals like maybe if we go grocery shopping on say like a Monday or Tuesday, and then maybe the day after, whatever day we go grocery shopping, the day after is when I can like sit down and plan meals for maybe the next week or two, and then we go grocery shopping again and then do it again, So
Yeah, kind of do it in 2-week increments. And then we also mentioned, you can use social media to figure out what kind of things you want to make. Do you have any ideas? Or, well, I guess I should ask, is time sometimes, do you have the time to actually make the meal, or are you sometimes, kind of in a rush to make something?
now I could probably have more time to do stuff. Before I think I was more rushed, but
Yeah.
like I definitely have time throughout the day that I can do it.
Okay, so you'll have time to set aside. Okay, well that's good. All right. Well, so maybe on Sunday or Monday, you can make the plan of what things you'll make throughout the week from whatever you found on social media or from your friends, and then after you have a list of things you want to make, you can make your grocery list, and then go with your roommates and try that out. Does that sound like a plan that would probably work?
Yeah, that's something I think that's a good start.
Yeah. Okay. How confident? Going back to that, 1 to 10 scale. How confident do you feel that you could, try this out and do this experiment successfully?
I feel like maybe a 7. It's still important to me, so I definitely want it to be up there, but I know that I have trouble with consistency, so really trying to bump it down to that.
So why? I mean, seven's pretty high up there, but you know, why a seven?
Just because I feel like that it's a high place, but it's not so high that I kind of like over expect it, and then I kind of fail. So it's I feel like I'm
Okay.
giving myself enough room to like have some experiments in the beginning versus like say it too high and kind of like I feel like I can't.
Yeah.
Or I'm like letting myself down or something. So I think kind of having it at that space is helpful to me, so that I can move up instead of kind of start too high and then like get knocked down.
Yeah. And I mean, when you plan your meals, throughout the week, obviously you don't have to have a plan for every single day starting out. This is just something that you're trying. You can say, okay, well, I'm going to make sure I'm only going to plan 3 meals a week or whatever it might be. Just something to get to start out. How many days a week do you think that might be doable for you?
To plan out meals? Or?
Yeah, just like how many days a week to plan meals?
I would like to maybe plan a meal that would last about ideally maybe like 3 days. So for probably planning maybe like twice a week.
Oh, okay.
Would be good. Yeah, I guess.
Then you like to make like a big batch and have
so
it throughout the week.
Yeah, because I feel like you don't have to worry about all this stuff.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Do you have any concerns or feel like you might have any barriers about trying this out?
I think maybe just like getting either kind of lazy about it or again not really working on a consistent schedule, so I just don't have time. So I feel like making time first would be like a good thing to do, so I don't have that barrier.
Yeah. Okay, so making the time for it and making sure that you do it. Okay. Well, so you'll try to plan meals twice a week. So that'll be, if you're doing it within like 2 weeks, you'll be planning a meal. So that'll be 4 meals for every 2 weeks. Yeah. That sounds pretty doable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any other concerns that you might have that you want to talk to me about, as far as trying this out, or?
Have you ever made like food that's been like what do you usually do? I guess for food.
Okay, just like ideas of things to
ideas
make.
of what to make.
Okay. Well, one thing I really like to make, I don't know if you're a fan of soup, but I just kind of make this soup that I basically put in, some type of, chicken stock or vegetable broth, and then I just throw in a bunch of different vegetables, like any kinds that I like or that I have in my fridge. I'll throw in the vegetables. And then, sometimes like I might throw in some chicken or some fish or potatoes, whatever you can put in there. And it's actually really good. You could even add in like some noodles or something. There's a lot of variation you could do, just depending on what you like. And you can make a big batch of that, and I actually do that a lot. I just make soup because it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just one idea of something you can try. Another thing is burritos are really easy. I'll make burritos sometimes, and if you like making the big batches, you can make a bunch of beans, make some rice, and maybe chop up some different vegetables, tomato, guacamole, stuff like that, and you'll have those for a few days to make burritos. And then another idea would be sometimes I'll do like a bake, like with chicken or fish, and then I'll put some vegetables in a pan, just in one pan, and then I'll bake it. And that's usually pretty easy, and the cleanup is easy. And that can also last a few days. Make a big batch. And then pasta, of course, pasta's easy. I always try to, add in some vegetables with it. Yeah, those are some of my ideas. Do any of those sound like
No, yeah, that
things
sounds like a
sound
good idea. But I know, like, the soup would be a good thing to try
Mhm.
because it's colder too. It's winter time, so I feel like
Yeah.
that's doable to do. And easy.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Well, good. I'm glad you like that idea. Do you have any ideas? I mean,
No, yeah. I think either doing soup or different pastas with like different things in them, or usually make a big batch of like Spanish. I usually like Spanish rice sometimes with like different vegetables and chicken in it, or like things like that. So making sure that there's like enough nutrition in each thing
Yeah.
that I make, so that I don't really feel. Sometimes I still feel like empty after I eat it, you know. So trying to figure
yeah.
out like how to make sure that what I'm making is like kind of well-rounded enough.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I really like about making soup or even pasta is like I can just throw in like some frozen vegetables or something in it, and it just heats it all up, and it's a good wholesome meal. So
Yeah, that's good to me.
yeah,
Sometimes we make like grilled sandwiches or normal sandwiches and things like that too. I've been helpful.
good. Alright. Well, so did that kind of help you with some ideas to?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, well, so anything else that you might want to discuss, or pertaining to trying out some more consistent meals?
No, I think we covered a lot. So.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I hope that this was helpful to you in some way, at least in trying to make some more consistent meals and just having a wholesome meal throughout the week. And I really appreciate you doing this again,
Yeah.
helping me out.
No problem.
Thank you. And I hope that this works for you, or hopefully, this will be something to try out.
Yeah, it helps me have a better just like mindset of it, which is good start.
Alright, good. And then I don't know, maybe in the future, see how that works out for you, and